to ask the Scottish Government whether it will provide an update on when the previously ring-fenced £33 million of funding allocated to the agricultural sector as a result of the Bew review will be returned to its budget for the portfolio covering agriculture.
Thank you. Cabinet Secretary.
The Deputy First Minister made clear in her budget statement yesterday that we are committed to returning all of this funding to my portfolio to invest in agricultural priorities at the appropriate time. £15 million will be returned over this coming financial year and will be entirely spent on agricultural priorities. We will also provide the same level of support through direct payments to farmers and crofters that was available before Brexit, and we're currently providing farmers and crofters with the most generous package of direct support anywhere in the UK, and I'm sure that that's something the member would want to welcome and support. It is, of course, right that uncommitted spend is deferred to mitigate the ongoing cost of living crisis, and all portfolios have been asked to make similar and very difficult choices. But I can assure the member that agriculture spending is ring-fenced for this portfolio, and it will return to ensure it delivers for the needs of the rural economy.
Douglas Lumsden.
Cabinet Secretary, the NFUS are rightly furious that this SNP Green devolved government has failed to return £61 million of withdrawn agriculture funds in the draft budget. And today we are only hearing about 25% of that funding returning, while at the same time cutting other agricultural funds. So can the Cabinet Secretary explain to Scotland's farmers and crofters why the SNP are not standing up for rural Scotland, and when will our farmers get all their money back?
Cabinet Secretary.
This government is the government in these islands that is standing up for our rural communities and for our farmers and crofters. And if I can actually answer the question that Douglas Lumsden has posed, because to say, first of all, in relation to the comments from NFUS, I absolutely understand their concerns. And that's why I would want to reiterate that the £61 million that has been deferred spending is ring-fenced. It must be returned to the portfolio. And as the Deputy First Minister has confirmed to the NFUS, as well as to this chamber yesterday, every penny of it will be returned to this portfolio to be spent on agricultural priorities. But I would point out exactly what was put forward in the budget yesterday and the levels of protection that we have offered in relation to other schemes that aren't available elsewhere in the UK. And again, I would ask that the member, if he welcomes that, when we look at our basic payment scheme, greening, LFAS, all schemes that are absolutely critical for our farmers and crofters, which are still being maintained as part of this budget. There are difficult choices that every single portfolio has had to be made, and really difficult decisions, as the Deputy First Minister outlined yesterday. But I reiterate that commitment. The money is due back to the portfolio, and it will be returned to the portfolio.